everyone, it's Libby from Maighstir Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, that's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides are the universal energies. Oh boy, it's only Tuesday and it feels like, oh, what a long week it's been. Okay, had lunch with a girlfriend yesterday. Yeah, it was absolutely lovely, but didn't get home till about 7 o'clock last night. So, yes, it was one of those sorts of lunches. Okay, what do I want to have a look at? I want to have a look at the tech bros infighting at the moment. So apparently Fleon, and if you're wondering who Fleon is, he owns he doesn't own, he owes a lot of money for a platform that's now used to be called Twitter. He's also got biggest parasite on the back of the US taxpayer or the world taxpayers with government contracts, etc., Starlink, SpaceX, etc. Fleon is very publicly having a squabble on his platform with Reid Hoffman. Reid Hoffman apparently was a co-founder of, can't remember, one of the, let me just check, hang on a sec. Right, okay, so he is apparently, or was, so he's in his mid-50s, late 50s, 58, so he's around the same age as Fleon. They were around at the same time. He was a member of the PayPal board of directors at the time it founded. He was co-founded LinkedIn. Yes, I knew it was one of those. I didn't, but he was very much in the Fleon sphere. But he also has links with Teal. Apparently, Teal was a colleague at PayPal. So with Hoffman. So they're all sort of interlinked, these guys. Apparently, it was the first donors in the Open AI research organisation established by Altman and Musk back in 2016. 2018, Musk departed from OpenAI, citing potential conflicts with his role at Tesla. Yeah, we know that was just an excuse. He wouldn't leave unless it was really bad. But what is happening is Hoffman and Fleon are having a very public spat. So apparently Hoffman's claiming, well, he's come out in the files, let me put it that way, and he's claiming it was all innocent, it was just for business, as they all do. And Musk is actually giving him a lot of flack, so I'd say there's no love lost there. So I just want to see how that's going to play out, this infighting between Fleon and Hoffman. What do we need to know? How's it going to go? I don't want to know who's going to win. I just want to know how it's going to go. Right. The signifier, what's at the center of this is money, an inability to harvest the money. The return on investment is not what anticipated. You owed me, but you're not giving me. That sort of conflict. It's very much a. I think I'm getting sort of the Grok versus OpenAI argument type thing. There's conflict over, you owe me for you, not even money, but you owe me, a perception of being owed that led to an inability to harvest the money. Okay. Rapidly, with the Nine of Swords, rapidly turning into a legal nightmare situation. Or just simply a nightmare situation, but potentially a legal nightmare. Yeah, it's to do with, well, it's my vote flipping card, but it's also, it's to do with the movement of money. Right, in the past, loss, disappointment, heartbreak, falling out in the past. 2 cups still standing, but 3 were lost. yeah, I think I'm getting the feeling Musk is bitter. Musk is bitter over a perceived um, ripped off. Let me put it that way, ripped off. Because PayPal and LinkedIn and OpenAI are pretty much leaders in their field. But Musk left all of those when Hoffman, I believe, stayed for a period of time. So, yeah, I just get the feeling he's feeling ripped off, and there's my ace to verify it. Yep, okay. Immediate future, karma coming and biting him on the bum. We've got the Emperor here about who's in control. The ending of happy families with that Ten of Cups, and some sort of announcement coming forward in the hopes and fears. Delusional. Choices based on greed and addiction. Delusional. It's about I think Musk is bitter about the fact that he didn't get the money that he thought he should have got because he left these enterprises too soon. This is about the Three of Pentacles. It's about, two sitting there watching on while one figure is working and making the money. And then we've got the Ten of, oops, I've got a putty tat under my feet, the Ten of Wands. So two tens. The messaging, it's just going to get out of control. End of an era. A lot of information going to come out that's going to be quite revealing. It's also about naivety as well, but no, revealing something. There's just this. I'm getting it's a bitter fighting because Fleon thinks he got ripped off by Hoffman. Now, I don't know whether Fleon was forced out or whether he chose to leave, but there's something there that. So, what's going to be the result of this infighting? What is going to be the result of this infighting? What's going to be what's going to be the result for Fleon? Well, the energy he's in is that he's been ripped off. He's seeing, I mean, he's supposedly the wealthiest man in the world, but has a lot of shares, but not a lot of money. I don't think he's nearly as wealthy as what he thinks, what is put out there. I mean, if he lost his government contracts tomorrow, he wouldn't be without, but he certainly wouldn't have the money. But yeah, this is the energy. I think he feels like he's been ripped off with that Six of Pentacles. He's seeing what those that stayed made or are continuing to make, and he wants a piece of it because the challenge is the agreements. This was not an actual signed contract. These were potentially verbal agreements. We've got the Star, the energy that Fleon is sitting in as he thinks he's the star. He's trying to create, he's trying to find balance, but it can be the narcissist. In the past, we've got the King of Cups. I don't know what star sign Hoffman is. Don't usually go on the star signs, but this is more about some sort of negotiation that was made at a top level in the past that could have been on the diplomatic or emotive stage. Let's see where this goes. And moving out, he might feel like he was forced out. The immediate future, looking at options here with the Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands, said Two of Pentacles, and there's the Two of Pentacles straight popped out. Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles. Internally, end of an era. Hopes and fears, potential legal action. The oligarchs, end of the oligarchs. Unexpected news coming forward, and it's going to come out fairly quickly. That's going to legally restrain and cleanse as something big is revealed. Something emotive or something to do with a partnership is revealed. And Fleon's going to find himself with his back up against the wall here. On the bottom, we've got justice. Looking at the money or potentially the votes, because there's the voter, and then we've got the emperor. The celebration, being forced to walk away due to the steal of the votes, the abuse of power, and the tower, and Russia. And then we've got the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Swords, and potentially International Criminal Court. So Hoffman's got dirt on Fleon, but Fleon's letting his personal vindictiveness, petty vindictiveness, get in the way. Is that right? Does Hoffman have dirt on Fleon? Read Hoffman. Does he have dirt on Fleon? Right. Six of Swords, Russia, and throwing under the bus with the Five of Wands. I think he does. You got then the Hierophant, the World, and messaging entrapped by the White House being entrapped by the messaging. On the bottom, you've got the Judgment, volatile information being brought forward, and the Death card. I think Hoffman does. So Fleon is playing a really, really stupid game. Now, I'm not saying Hoffman is innocent by any stretch of the imagination. There were a lot of people that went to the island, etc., that weren't, but we've got legal action and children here. He's absolutely not innocent. Not absolutely, but there's the devil. Allegedly. I suspect he's not totally innocent. I won't go any further than that. Are these two tech bros going to take each other down, take each other out with their tit-for-tat, petty, snarky bitchiness on public social media? It's like Fleon posts stuff and then he takes it down as if, by removing it, no one's ever seen it. Are they going to? Right, here was some sort of, again, a negotiation, emotive negotiation. And the challenge is, I'm going to say, a sense of fairness. Fleon is he a, what's he, a Cancer? So this might be Fleon. Remember, it was in the past there, the negotiation in the past. Fleon's a Cancer. His challenge is emotionally, was he treated fairly? We've got the Two of Swords, the energy that it's stewing in at the moment. There's the two of them going at it. In the past, you've got, is it Russia or the birth of something significantly new? It is the Russia card, or it could simply be the abundance and the growth of the industry that occurred after Fleon left. And there's the Sun card, yes, on the right track. I think oh boy. Page of Pentacles, information being brought forward. It could be about money or it could be about votes. Financially out in the cold, or Fleon again. He thinks he's been ripped off. How's this going to end? Three of Wands internally. He was there in the initial stages and he didn't stay around long enough for his ship to come in internally. Right, we've got the higher authorities and the hopes and fears. Again, this Six of Pentacles feeling like he got done over because there might have been some sort of verbal agreement that he felt that he was hard done by with that Five of Cups. inability to access the money. Again, he's feeling ripped off. The King of Pentacles, depending on the deck, if I'm using my Gilded Tarot Royale, this is my Fleon card, but this can sort of be the oligarchs trying to hang on to money, trying to manifest or manipulation, the Devil, Queen of Wands, and the Death card, bringing it to an end, and secrets being revealed. Not sure what this Queen of Wands is doing here, but this is indicating that it's going to get worse. Right, we've got here the Ace of Pentacles, the stealing, perceived stealing, the walking away from a gift in the past, disappointment with what was on offer. I think it's personal. It's Fleon thinks he's got ripped off because, I mean, what are we looking at? PayPal, LinkedIn, OpenAI, the three leaders in those particular fields. But he left before they reached that stage. He thinks he's been ripped off. What's going to happen? Are they going to? Is it going to descend into exposing one or the other? Come on down, let's have a look. Right, Fool off the cliff, didn't like what was on offered, and legal action. Two of Wands trying to put a play into place, but Three of Swords and the Tower and the Sun, things getting exposed. I think they're going to rip the Chariot, some sort of agreement, and you've got holy crumbs. Okay, is Reid Hoffman, because we've got treason, Tower, being fully exposed. This is my military card due to some sort of agreement that was done in regards to votes and the steal. There's the steal. Right, is Hoffman going to toss Fleon to the wolves about something to do with the election? I mean, they're all in that same, if anyone's going to know how Fleon operates, it's going to be Hoffman. Is Hoffman going to expose Fleon in retaliation due to election stuff? You want to stop there? There's that partnership card again. So at the discussions that were had, possibly over a couple of drinks, and the challenge is that it is huge information. For me, wands are information. They can be careers and passions and all the rest of it and plans. But the challenge is it's got thumping. He's got thumping big information. You've got Russia at the foundation. You've got the something unexpected being revealed with the Page of Cups in the past. Perhaps Fleon revealed it when he was in his cups. Let me put it that way. Not necessarily with alcohol. Charging forward for the harsh truth. There's the military card. There's the investigation card. There's the walking away internally. Hopes and fears that some sort of agreement or contract that was made. A lot of information coming out quickly about a false victory in the past. 8 of Wands, 6 of Wands, 6 of Cups, and the 10 of Swords. He knows. Fleon, you've got here looking into the votes themselves and treason. Hoffman and fully exposed. Hoffman knows. You've got the voter there. Oh boy, and there's that on the bottom, the Ace of Pentacles, the Moon card, the whistleblower that's going to bring a downfall, and the Judgment card. Fleon, better, Hoffman knows. Fleon's possibly while he was inebriated in some form, allegedly, potentially, let it slip. And Hoffman knows. Oh boy, that's some thin ice that Fleon, by picking on Hoffman, is walking on. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Love to you all. Take care.